a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball, but he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play at the quarterback. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
In motion, Besh. Once again, it's Genty. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not going to lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Loss of 5. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Here comes Smith on the return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, we had a chance to meet with him earlier in the week, and as you could probably expect, Mike, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up last week's 4-interception performance. It was still bothering him. He's still trying to move from it, and I think that's the point. The ability to move on from bad games, that's really a testament to playing quarterback in the NFL. You're going to have some struggles, but if those struggles carry over into the next week's game, now we've got a problem.
He'll stay on the ground and stay with the checker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. They'll try to play with some pace early on.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's third down.
Third and long for Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mahomes. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help it.
And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
The He'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, Vegas.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
In motion, Besh. Gino now on first and 10. That is caught at the 3. He'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. He will do it himself. He's in. Geno Smith. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense are not ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with first and 10.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Just shy of midfield. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
They work just shy of midfield on second and 9.
Yellow.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll get back to midfield. So no gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Third and 9.
Yellow.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
a field goal, they'll go for it here on fourth down. Here's Mahomes. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. From the pistol, Smith. The right side is taken in by Beck. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Raider first down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Raiders. That is second TD catch of the season. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders move out on top 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Pacheco. And this is a slight improvement over the previous plays. They're going to lose yardage. They're not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of his run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished.
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with first down. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First down, Kansas City.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's 2nd and 2. Patrick to throw. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's gonna hold up.
That's interference. Defense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. That one is no good. Not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Happy 2026, everyone. This is it, the late window, Week 18. Everything will be wrapped up tonight. Let's get into it. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And it's the All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 43-yard touchdown. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills as they host the New York Jets. And this is fourth-year back, James Cook. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to hit the hole hard, get loose into the secondary, and they're not gonna get him. The Patriots finish the season 8-9. They get the victory in Week 18. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes will lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it go into the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Yellow. 180.
Here's Mahomes. Rolling right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. The 7th-round pick in 2023, Tyree Wilson, getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and long. Now, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
1st down, Chiefs.
took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. On the line, Eddie.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Here's Pacheco. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Yellow. On the line.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down the backfield on 3rd and short.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest and make the catch.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
We're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
A short game, down to the 7.
Pacheco, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Here's Pacheco. He gets the 4th quarter going. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught.
complete to Kareem Hunt.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Yellow.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2, and no further.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Ground with Genty. Room to run past the 15. And he is out of bounds. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Vegas.
That's good.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Genty. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Game, offense. Still 1st down.
They go play action with Smith. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's the linebacker, Nick Bolton. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his 1st on the year. And now the defense is going to take their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith to the right side, hauled in by Miles. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. A pickup of 44 yards.
That's good for another Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Run out of the gun for Gentry. And he'll get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up a go down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll try to pick it up with Gentry. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll take a shot downfield for Kelsey. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's going to try it here again. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs. So this one, a win for the Raiders. They finish off the regular season with some momentum. and they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night. And I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan. Then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone. Spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds. Sing off key and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes. Jumping through life in my pantyhose.